Hi, I'm Tommy Gordon and I'm a sophomore here at WT. So normally when you visit here or you're interested in Winchester Thurston, you would get to see an ambassador and get a tour through the school, get to meet the students, the teachers, and what WT is like. However, this year is not really normal, and because of the pandemic, we were hoping that you would get a better understanding of WT by hearing some of the experiences that the students have had.
Coming from a smaller middle school, it was about 25 kids. Coming to a big high school, it was a little scary at first, but the Winchester community is so kind and accepting. I felt right at home within the first few days after I'd already made friends and already found an amazing group of people and some amazing teachers to bond with.
The transition from St. Edmunds to Winchester was actually really smooth. I played field hockey my freshman year, so having that preseason made it really easy to make friends, and having time in between classes for homework or whatever made it really easy for me to get to know my teachers and get to know my classmates.
It is one of the best schools in Pittsburgh, and I just didn't know what to expect academically, but it was a pretty smooth transition because the teachers made sure everyone was comfortable before they started assigning a little bit more, and they always check in with you to make sure you're doing okay. So there's an opportunity to get help if you need it at any time in the year.
I saw how the students interacted with the teachers, and it really gave me a sense of security that if I come here, that the teachers will have my back and that I can come to them if I have problems. I like that relationship, really. That's mostly why I wanted to come here, because the relationship that I had at my old school, it wasn't what I thought I needed.
Winchester has people and friends for everybody. It's very rare, that I see somebody alone in the halls or eating without a friend, because in all honesty, this is a school where regardless of who you are, how you identify, there's people for you.
I thought I would really just keep my head down, focus on my academics, but I found that Winchester is a place where you can focus on your academics, but you still have time to do things that you enjoy and you have a passion for.
The balance between academics and a fun student life is really positive here. We have hard classes and I think we work hard, but we also have fun events and like to have fun.
One thing that I was really concerned about going into high school was being kind of pigeonholed as kind of either the theater kid or the kid who's always in the research labs or whatever. You can be multiple things at once. You can fulfill as many of your interests as you want, and you can even find new interests. I make costumes for the theater department, but I also run a science Olympiad team that goes to competition in states every year. Both of those are things that don't necessarily go together, but they're a lot of fun and it makes me really happy to be able to do. And just having such a large student body and faculty and staff who just have so much overwhelming support for those types of students makes it much more possible to be able to do those things.
When I first came to Winchester, I kind of expected that the Black community wouldn't be as involved with the rest of the Winchester community, but I find that you're friends with everyone here. It doesn't really matter where you come from, what you look like, your sexual orientation or anything. Everyone's really welcoming here. And I think that's one of the best parts about Winchester.
We have a lot of students from all different areas, socioeconomic backgrounds, kind of cultural backgrounds as well. We have international students, and I think equity and inclusion at Winchester is something that is really important to the school, both the students, but then also the staff. And I think something that's super special about it here, specifically at Winchester, is that a lot of the times it's driven by the students, and that the staff and the faculty, of course they help and support, but oftentimes they do follow what the students end up pushing. And I think that the power of student voice is something that's really powerful here.
In our courses, we do always touch on social science applications and sort of ethical issues regarding race and different topics as well. So for example, in machine learning, it's not just a computer science course. There's also saying, how does AI sort of perpetuate systemic racism, for example?
If you're someone who is excited about having a lot of different opportunities, is still trying to figure out who they are, and wants to have a safe space where they can grow with people who they can connect with, I think that Winchester is a great place for them.
The great thing about Winchester is that there's so many opportunities for you to find something that interests you, and when you find something that interests you, you're going to find other people that find that interesting, and you're going to be able to make friends. I have friends from field hockey, and I have friends from chorus and dance, and I never feel out of place at Winchester.
As you can see, WT is a very warm and welcoming place and a great place to be. We hope we can see you here in the future.